A no-swim advisory issued for some popular beaches in the area. Why health officials say it's not safe to go in the water.
Red tide is hurting our local economy, but is it helping some businesses downtown? Why some shop owners tell us yes.
And 2 kids are lucky to be alive tonight after being left in a hot car for several hours. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news tonight, the negative economic impact of red tide has been estimated to be in the millions for our area, with little signs of slowing down.
However, it has not been bad for everyone. Some stores in downtown Sarasota believe the unfortunate beach conditions are actually helping them through what's normally a slow season. ABC 7's Adam Cellini joins us live in downtown Sarasota to explain why tonight. Adam?
Yeah, Scott and Jacqueline, with the right wind, the smell of dead fish here in downtown Sarasota can be felt, but many of the shop owners say those people from the beaches and other areas have to go somewhere, and many times they appear to be going inside their stores, helping these stores through a time where they usually struggle. In downtown Sarasota, Ron Soto is seeing sales numbers unheard of for this time of year.
Usually September is the worst month out of the year.
Along with owning a long-standing eyeglass store, Soto also heads the Downtown Sarasota Merchants Association.
People can't go out to the golf courses. They're certainly not going out to the beach. So they're getting those little errands and stuff done and shopping.
In downtown Bradenton, Mike Gold and the B-Town Coffee Company are also cashing in.
We had a four-top sit out front, even with the smell, and said it's much nicer to sit here than it is at the beach. There's less of a smell.
And the other restaurants?
And they're telling me that last weekend they were seeing in-season numbers.
Not everyone downtown is better off. One Sarasota restaurant with outdoor seating says their slow summer has been even slower.
Customers don't go out too much anymore because the smells really bad.
That's kind of down because nobody's sitting outside eating right now.
But Gold is trying to put a positive spin on the conditions, reminding tourists there are other ways to spend their days.
Actually hitting our social media a little harder than normal, promoting more ads, putting more ads out there, letting people know that we are here, and with the right wind, there's absolutely no smell. You know, downtown Bradenton's open for business. Now, we also spoke with the owner of Triumph, which is a zip line and high ropes course located about 15 miles east of the interstate up in Manatee County. And he told us that he is also increasing his advertising, especially on the barrier islands, anticipating some of those visitors to be looking for outdoor alternatives. However, he couldn't tell us if it's had any impact on his summer sales at this time. Reporting live in downtown Sarasota, I'm Adam Cellini. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Adam, thank you. Now, besides the red tide, there's another challenge for beachgoers tonight. Sarasota County health officials issuing no swim advisories for most of the county's public beaches. It includes Lido Beach, Brohard Beach, Venice Pier Beach, Siesta Beach, and Longboat Key Beach. And this is a live look from the scene at Lido. You see that sign there warning the people to stay out of the water. Health officials say bacteria found during water quality testing today is outside acceptable limits. The beaches remain open. However, any activity in the water is not recommended as long as there's that advisory in place.
Well, most beaches in our area are bare these days, but lifeguards continue to patrol the Suncoast. To make the red tide more manageable, both Sarasota and Manatee counties offer lifeguards options to wear masks to block out the scent and relieve any respiratory issues. Sarasota County giving their lifeguards these masks, while Manatee County gives them the option of face buffs, masks, or respirators. Manatee County said they always had these mask options for lifeguards, but they are new in Sarasota County.
We've never had them in the past. I think this is the worst red tide outbreak that I've had during my tenure.
Both counties say each shift is still staffed normal despite the red tide. Sarasota County adding that they have seen a few more sick days used than normal during this outbreak.
Remember, for all of our coverage on the red tide outbreak, you can go to our website, mysuncoast.com. The stench of red tide, I guess, last night and then this morning was overpowering.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Really is.
Yeah. Let's get more from Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. It was that west wind, wasn't it, Bob?
Yeah, west to southwest wind continues now, and it still is pushing all that nasty smell well inland into East Manatee and east portions of Sarasota County tonight. You can see it's out of the west-southwest, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. That isn't going to change over the next 2 hours. I suspect by 9 o'clock we'll start to see this slacken a bit and start to veer more to the east-southeast, I think, later on tonight. Not a lot of rainfall around now. There were some heavy storms earlier this morning as a result of that westerly wind, and looks like we're going to transition tomorrow. Friday we'll start to get more of those late day storms. There still could be a few coastal showers in the morning, but I suspect that we'll get that east to southeasterly wind flow coming in late in the afternoon, which will eventually butt up against that west coast sea breeze. Now the sea breeze will still develop each and every day, it looks like, over the upcoming days. So say after 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you're going to start to smell that coming in, but generally the flow will be out of the southeast, and that should keep that nasty smell from making it all the way into our eastern counties, and possibly even it won't make it to I-75. But lately, this last couple of days, that west wind has really been rather prevalent, allowing that nasty smell to get in well inland, even down in Venice, although not as much because, of course, they don't have as much of a bay with a lot of the dead fish still hanging out in some of the canals and some of the waterways into North Sarasota and Manatee counties. They're still getting it, obviously, but not as widespread as it is happening into North Sarasota and Manatee counties. Well, much more in our forecast. Let you know about the tropics coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. New details now. 2 men facing child neglect charges after allegedly leaving 2 young kids in a hot car while they were passed out in the front seat. Police say the car was parked directly in the sun on Main Street in Sarasota with all 4 windows up and no air conditioning running. A 4-year-old and 2-year-old were in the back seat unresponsive. Police say Paul Houle and Paul Houle III were both under the influence of alcohol at the time. They told officers they did not know what was going on and that the children were left in their care.
The reason we were called is because thankfully a Good Samaritan who happened to be passing by noticed that something wasn't right and called 911 immediately. Had that person not called 911, this outcome could have been a lot different.
The kids were taken into the care of the Department of Children and Families, and those 2 men were arrested.
New at 6, Manatee County Sheriff's deputies investigating a drive-by shooting in Bradenton. Deputies say a black man wearing a red shirt shot several rounds while driving an older white 4-door car. He shot at a parked car with nobody inside in Bradenton, about 2 blocks away from US 41. No one was hurt, but they are still looking for that shooter.
A former Punta Gorda police officer facing manslaughter charges is asking for his trial to be postponed until next year. Lee Coel's attorneys filed the paperwork making that request this week. The defense claims that they need more time to review records recently received from the Punta Gorda City Manager's office. Among the documents are emails from citizens making death threats against the police officer and proof of his gun purchase. Coel is charged with negligent manslaughter for firing what he believed were blanks from his gun in a role-playing scenario, accidentally killing 73-year-old Mary Knowlton.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, how local businesses are getting creative to help get rid of the red tide smell that's creeping right into their stores.
Plus, growth is in the cards for the city of Venice, why some are not happy about new development plans.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible.
All for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at SCORE.org.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
The stench of red tide is sweeping the Suncoast and has now reached some areas east of I-75.
ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick traveled throughout the Suncoast today to see just how far that dead fish smell reached.
The stench of red tide in downtown Sarasota is exactly what you would expect. It smells not just outside of businesses and homes anymore, but it also smells inside. So at places like here at Pineapple Bay Trading Company, they're using incense to mask that smell.
Rotten eggs. That's the best way I could describe it.
Now, when Lou Campisi walks out of his home near I-75 in Sarasota, the smell hits him like a frying pan to the face.
Last evening, my wife and I decided to go out for dinner, and as soon as we walked outside of our unit here, our condo, the smell was horrendous. I mean, I didn't know what it was at first. I didn't even realize it was the red tide.
According to Mote Marine Laboratory, this is the culprit, dead fish. It's not the red tide itself that people are smelling.
I don't know what they can possibly do to correct this.
The stench of dead fish can be smelled the whole way to I-75. But does the scent travel further? I set out today to find out. First stop was in Lakewood Ranch. Yep, the stench is there.
Gosh, it's been about 3 weeks now.
Angie Best works on Main Street and says the area smells exactly like dead fish.
It does come and go. Some days are much worse than others. I notice after it rains, the smell lessens.
The stench doesn't stop there. The furthest report of red tide smell that I found was at Dante's Den in Mayaca City. That's 25 miles from the Gulf. When you're on this block of Pineapple Avenue, you forget that the red tide is even here. There are incense that are hidden in the plants and in the displays, and you can't even smell the dead fish. And if you forget what the ocean actually smells like, they have sea breeze incense just for you. Reporting in Sarasota, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Yeah, I talked to some friends who work in businesses around downtown Sarasota and then down in Gulfgate, and they went out and bought candles and burned them because even though they're inside in air conditioning, that smell was penetrating in.
Right even in my car when I'm driving, I can get a little whiff of it. The news is that that west wind is going to change a little bit, so it'll be somewhat better. It won't get as far inland. And, you know, when they have fires out in Mayaca City and we have an east wind, we can smell that smoke all the way here, so it makes sense, you know. The wind pattern will determine what you smell. The same goes true with the Tropicana, you know, when it's coming from the east, you get that nice orange smell. We're looking forward to that. Not looking forward to this, though. This is an interesting photo. I saw this a couple days ago, actually a day ago. This is 12 miles out into the Gulf of Mexico. Those are threadfin. That's bait fish. Those are typically around 4 to 6 inches in length. And you can see it's covered in the Gulf of Mexico. We haven't had a lot of photos out there, and that's not a good sign. Red tide does develop offshore. This one from a commercial fisherman that was sent in. So kind of a Kind of a nasty looking photo that is, but let's change directions here. This is a beautiful shot from Christian Stokes at Minnesota Beach of a lone shower out there today, and this one from Cindy Desmond. No one's there. It's again the Venice Jetty. She said the smell wasn't bad because they clean the fish up off the beaches every day with a nice big tractor, right? I think most cases, and but she said that there was still hints of red tide, and that means the sneezing, the the throat acting up a little bit, as well as the eyes watering there. Ventways, a webcam showing pretty sunny skies out there today. Lots of sunshine as a result of high pressure, although we did start off with some pretty big storms around this morning in northwest Manatee County. Well, that frontal boundary is just about done. It's just about weakened to nothing, and we're going to see high pressure build back into the north of us, which will start to bring us that east to southeasterly wind flow throughout most of the morning and early afternoon, with that sea breeze developing late in the day and not getting that far inland. But today you can see these showers moving off to the east, indicating that that west wind has really developed, although we do have an outflow boundary right there. It's being hung up just to the east of I-75. No rain around right now. A forecast model suggesting maybe 1 or 2 lone showers still with some outflow boundaries later on this evening. Rain chance very small, a little higher tomorrow afternoon though. Still a chance for coastal showers. Things start to transition tomorrow into more of a southeasterly wind. You see these storms coming up and then colliding with that breeze, and then we'll see those storms moving off to the west. I think a better chance of seeing more sustained southeast winds on Saturday, which will allow a little bit more activity too. So we're going to get back into those thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening, containing a lot more lightning than we've seen. And the rainfall will be heavy at times, although we have some dry air around. That dry air is going to be replaced, and it'll start to moisten up a little bit more so throughout the day on Friday. Well, here it is. The waves really picking up. This is a look at Lane, and get a look. There's a buoy right by there. This was at noon today, our time. Winds up to 98 miles an hour by 2 o'clock, and by 2:30 up to 107. It goes right over the top of the buoy, right over the center, and there it is in the eye of the hurricane, Category 4. So pretty amazing that usually you don't see that happen when a storm goes directly overhead. There it is, the satellite imagery showing the storm system still well organized. It still has winds up to 130 mile an hour, and it looks like it's going to stay as far as the main core, the heavy winds offshore of the islands, but they will see some very heavy rainfall and waves up to 20 to 25 feet high. For boaters tomorrow, waves not nearly as high. Seas running less than 2 feet to right around 2 feet in the afternoon. A light chop in the bays and inland waters. And the extended forecast calling for a good chance for scattered storms each and every day right through the next 7 days. The weekend, we're calling for late day storms both on Saturday and Sunday, some of which could be rather strong. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. After 20 years, Venice is finally getting a new hotel. The plans were released this week, and it will be located on one of the area's most popular streets.
ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez joins us live from there now with what neighbors and businesses can expect. Rebecca?
Scott, Jacqueline, Jacaranda Boulevard is about to get even busier. Venice has desperately needed more places for people to stay here, but where the hotel is going to be built is a bit problematic for people who live in the area.
In downtown Sarasota, Ron Soto is seeing sales numbers unheard of for this time of year.
Usually September is the worst month out of the year.
Along with owning a long-standing eyeglass store, Soto also heads the Downtown Sarasota Merchants Association.
People can't go out to the golf courses. They're certainly not going out to them.
The hotel is going to be built south from I-75, right behind Fairfield Inn and Suites, also owned by Marriott. But down the road, the hospital is proposed to be built right off of Venice Avenue, and an auto dealership and retail spaces will also be built on that street. So a lot of residents are concerned about the traffic, congestion, and pollution coming to this area of Venice. Live off of Jacaranda Boulevard, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC 7 Your Suncoast News. Back to you guys.
All right, Rebecca, thank you. Visitors now have one more attraction to see when they head to the John and Mabel Rindling Museum of Art in Sarasota. Today, the museum unveiling its newly restored reflecting pool. It was originally built in 1924. It sits on the front lawn of the Cottazon, the former home of John and Mabel Rindling. Ron McCarty is the keeper of the Cottazon and says since the early 1970s, the pool was filled with mulch so that no one could fall in, which created an eyesore for this historic property.
The one thing that made me sad after being here 38 years that I never gotten to finish this project. And a few days after me telling them that, they called and said they wanted to make my dream come true.
The David Bolger Foundation donating $500,000 to the museum to bring that pool back to its nearly original state. Now, Ron is retiring soon, so he was so happy to see this done before he left.
I'm so excited for that. I'm going to have to pay another visit to Cotazon because that looks beautiful. Well, stay with us. When we come back, we'll show you where you can spot some baby alligators here on the Suncoast.
Tonight, more fallout after Cohen's guilty plea and Manafort's conviction, what the White House is now saying. Plus, the popular vacation spot bracing for a major hurricane. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
According to a new survey by U.S. News and World Report, 3 of Alabama's top 4 hotels and resorts are part of the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Resort Collection. The Grand Hotel Marriott Resort in Point Clear, the Battle House Renaissance Mobile Hotel and Spa, and the Renaissance Birmingham Ross Bridge Golf Resort and Spa. Hey, we didn't invent Southern hospitality, we just offer more of it. Visit rtjgolf.com/resorts to find out more.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
What do you get when you cross your tired, aching back with this fragile egg? The Egg Sitter Cushion, an amazing new flex cushion that supports your backside and spine so well you can sit on an egg without breaking it. Incredible!
You want me to sit on this egg? Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't even feel it. It didn't even break? Oh, I was wondering about that. Now that's a good cushion.
The honeycomb design is constructed of Elasticor that absorbs pressure points by collapsing in on itself. That's why even this egg won't break under direct pressure. Now long days at the office will be more comfortable, dinner more enjoyable, and painful car rides a thing of the past. Get your Egg Sitter Support Cushion for just $39.99. It comes with a free non-slip washable cover and our 10-year comfort guarantee. But wait, call right now and you can get a second cushion. Just pay separate fee. Call now.
Call 1-800-232-1564. That's 1-800-232-1564. Call now or go to eggsitter.com. Order now.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TruStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TruStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with Guaranteed Acceptance whole life insurance through TruStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Well, baby gators are taking over the Bobby Jones Golf Club. These pictures were taken there today. According to government officials from the city of Sarasota, they were seen going for a swim with their mom on the American course. Kind of nice, even though they're alligators, to see some sort of life these days with all the sadness going on along the coast.
Definitely. So I know everyone in the weather world is watching that hurricane in Hawaii.
Big story, and it's going to be leading the news. I'm more than likely coming up here in just a little bit on ABC. You can see Lane right there. Top winds are still at 130. The forecast path and track have it moving off to the north and then to the west. It looks like if it follows the center location of that cone, the strongest core of the winds will stay off the islands. But there's still a chance it could move further off to the north right there, and it will weaken too. We're watching a system, but you have to go all the way out to Africa to see a tropical wave coming off, and it has about a 10% chance developing over the next 5 days, so not much.
Okay.
Things
You'll watch
quiet
it,
here.
Yeah. All right, Bob. Thank you. World News Tonight with David Muir is next.
We'll see you again at 7 and 11. Have a good night.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real. You can recover. It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
I thought I was too far gone. I wasn't.
Join the Voices for Recovery. The world is a beautiful place again. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral for mental and substance use disorders for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398. Or visit SoClean.com today.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Being empowered starts with getting informed, looking closer. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in her lifetime. But many of us don't know there are different types of breast cancer with different characteristics. That was me. Learning about the specifics of my diagnosis gave me the confidence to make informed treatment decisions with my doctor. This meant everything to me and my family. So take another look. Ask another question. Learn more at notonetype.org.
It's rainy season on the Suncoast. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When there's the potential for severe weather, you need to know fast. Trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather to get you the information you need right away. We focus on the storms that impact where you live, and we're committed to alerting you with important information as soon as we get it. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC 7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Oh, look! A bouquet of lump-livered drolls.
We went to a real school to show that bullying should be history.
You monkey-elbowed pockmarks. What a bunch of beef-witted pig nuts.
On Monday, October 1st, let's all stand up for World Day of Bullying Prevention by rocking a blue shirt. Together, let's make bullying a thing of the past. Go blue and get your blue shirt at stompoutbullying.org.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
If you don't want to fall immediately into love, look away. If you don't want to awaken a desire for excellence, look away. If you don't want to be seduced, please look away.
Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8 Sparky.